Hi, beautiful beings of light. This is Yana, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Still in the month of August 2021. We had this huge, big event or energy event, the portal Lions Gateway opening a couple of days ago. Of course, it started a couple of weeks ago, and the energy has been reverberating. And today I feel compelled again to make another video and to continue my previous video. But before, let's center ourselves. Okay, very important to go into our heart, that sacred space in our heart. Take a deep inhalations and deep exhalations, or some cleansing, clearing breaths, right? When you inhale through your nose, and exhale through your mouth. All the distortions, all this negativity, the stress and tension of the day or of the night, wherever you are in this globe, in this atmosphere or stratosphere. So yeah, welcome. So, and let's also align with God's law, God's divine will, and also sealing this the group session, whoever is watching, viewing, with the energies of Christed light, unconditional love, right? We're connecting to the new grid, 5D grid, crystalline grid, and of course it's multidimensional. So those who are highly evolved souls, the ancient ones coming here to help humanity with the transition. Okay, so we're connecting also to those higher octaves and the cosmic grid of Christos Sophia consciousness. So welcome, beautiful beings of light. Again, just reminder that my videos are for educational and informational entertainment purposes. I'm here to inspire you, empower you, giving you information the way I interpret it through my soul signature, energy signature. How you guys then interpret what I'm sharing with you becomes your world, your reality, and what you do with it is your responsibility, as we are very powerful co-creators with the divine. We're watching our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Okay, even our deeds and actions, because that represents us. That's who we are. And if that's something that doesn't resonate within us, or we see something outside, it's kind of giving us triggers, right? We want to change it through that violet flame of transformation, Saint Germain. Taking a deep breath, go into your heart, okay, and so use those spiritual tools to transform the energy, raise the frequency vibration. That's what we're all about, okay? And of course, my videos are from our soul group, my tribe, empath, sensitive, starseeds, indigo warriors, whistleblowers, truth seekers. Did I say that? So those who kind of flow with my message, who are of the same or similar resonance. So welcome, beloveds. I wrote down some notes for you. Of course, for my previous video, I will continue on the Raja Yoga, the Illumination, right? It's very important to work with the second ray of creation. That's the yellow or golden of illumination of wisdom. So I may continue expand on that a little bit, but what is so important to mention, again, I got messages on stuck up on food, also messages like, maybe civil war, right? Everything is going to be exposed, so it's time to unite, get together, and create small communities. And we are now on the new Ascension timeline, the positive timeline, but of course things will be happening in those lower astral planes and also in this physical world, and all these destructions will be happening, or exposure of the wrongdoings, disclosure of ETs and free energy technology. So that's going to create lots of chaos and miasma and confusion in people's mind and head and feelings and emotions, especially those who are projecting the negative ego and stuck in the matrix. So very important to awaken, or just be aware of that 3D matrix of the archons of the inorganic artificial intelligence, right? Keeping us trapped here and be like slaves. And meanwhile, like, we're the ones who are the source, who are the energy, who are the chi, where the advanced technology, very important to be outside, activating your DNA, right? 12 strands of DNA, decalcifying our pineal gland, expanding or opening the third eye with psychic powers and abilities to see to those higher dimensions. What's really has been happening, studying and reading the galactic true history, okay? And kind of having the connection to God, to source, being finally plugged into that universal awareness. And there's been so much confirmations, whether on the physical plane, ethereal plane, that the higher realms been pretty much cleansed and purified, right? We're connecting also to the galactic center, the galactic core, right? That kind of connects to the central sun, the great central sun. So those solar rishis, the energies of the solar rishis can come through and help us with the transition to the next octave, harmonic universe number 2, where everything is about soul connection, consciousness expansions. And those who are of the ground crew, the galactics, the galactic command, we're the guardians, right, protecting Mother Earth and humanity. And we're eliminating the dark forces. I mean, I work with the violet flame, Saint Germain, transformation, transmutation. We are implementing the galactic codex. Please look at my website, yanakalai.com. And we're aligning with the divine laws, the law of one, universal laws, the cosmic sovereign law. Please study some of that material either through Lisa Rainey and her website, energeticsynthesis.com, or you can go on my website, yanakalai.com/about. And there you can see or watch my videos on universal laws from the book The Light Will Set You Free from Dr. Norma Milanovic. So lots of things are happening, transpiring. It's time to unite, come together, feel our differences, acknowledge our differences, but also be thankful and grateful for everything, because that's how we expand our consciousness. But at the same time, know that the polarity here on this plane of existence has been rigged, or has been extremely polarized into the negative structure, right? The lunar forces, you have the negative aliens with the negative agenda, and unfortunately so many humans or non-humans that they were part of the cabal, the Satanists, Satanism and Luciferianism, right? Practicing black magic, sodomy, the rituals, with children, satanic rituals, sex magic, money, sex magic, right? Harvesting adrenochrome, and it's being in those higher places, the higher echelon, politics, military, corporations, okay? So, and this is all now kind of coming to the surfacing, right? People are coming with all kinds of disclosure or testimony, and some people are trying to wrap the head around, right? It's because it's mind-boggling. So that's why it's very important to go into your heart, to go into your center, right? Just give yourself that extra love. I also bring those healing energies around you, within you. Very important to invoke Archangel Raphael, Mother Mary, right? I have some pictures here. I have all kinds of pictures for you guys. So Rosa Mystica, and pray. Today we'll pray as well, or let me actually start my videos with this beautiful prayer from the Light Center. It is a research institute from North Carolina. I'm receiving their newsletters, and there is the 7 steps of effective prayer. Number 1. I release all of my past negatives, fears, human relationships, self-image, future, human desires, and judgments to the light. I am a light being. I radiate the light from my light center throughout my being. I radiate the light from my light center to everyone. I radiate the light from my light center to everyone. Everything, I am in a bubble of light, and only light can come to me, and only light can be here. Thank you, God, for everyone, for everything, and for me. So it's United Research, Black Mountain, North Carolina. I actually visited it a couple of years ago, and I'm sure they're doing now beautiful things there. On the Lions Gate, there was this very powerful artist. Again, I forgot his name, but it was about sound healing. just a very creative, very powerful artist. I'm sure the ceremony went well, and this is what we are doing, uniting and raising the frequency vibration, being in our hearts and praying. And I'm on the transformational karma path. So for me, it's lots of invocation of that violet flame. That's the 7th ray of creation. And then the first ray of creation, that's the blue flame, El Moria, the divine will, divine power, right? When we surrender to what is, that's how we are then initiated into the power of God. It has nothing to do with the power over others, controlling, manipulating. It is surrendering to God's divine will. So, and also for me, because I'll be answering some of the questions from the questionnaire, is there a specific mission for a specific soul, or does anyone have a mission on planet Earth? So let me answer this question, because for me it's been complex, and it's taking lots of years, whether of redefining it, refinement, and like redirection and healing, and because it's multidimensional, okay, it's multi-layered, okay, and then even though we exist here in this physical planes, you can see me through the videos, but remember, there is energy also around me, within me as well. There is energy around you. We're in this microcosm of the macrocosm. There's this morphogenic field around us, all kinds of, the energy vortexes or energy centers running through us, a toroidal field as well. And we are breaking through the matrix, the finite system, right? The black magic, sodomy, and this lunar forces, and the satellites of the archons doing the MK Ultra mind control. So raising the frequency vibration, being in our heart, the cosmic angels are helping us, the solar rishis. We're breaking through the matrix, okay, the enslavement, okay, of the archons, of the fallen archangels, with their wrong esoterica, with their wrong symbology. Okay, they totally perverted the Gnosticism, right? The teachings of the Solar Christ and Solar Michael, and of the true real Templars of Christ. Okay, and so for me to define my mission, my project, of course, we all came here with a specific mission, and it's time to remember who we truly are. Please visit my website, yanakalai.com, where through what is Ascension, through yoga practice, right, through cleansing, clearing, purification, invoking the violet flame, being in nature, saying prayers, meditation, coloring mandalas, and free energy technology, Tesla. That's how we start remembering who we truly are. Plus, we're the code carriers, we're the DNA activators as well. So just watching my videos, even though I'm sure most of you may not even understand what I'm saying, because it's lots of terminology, lots of studying. Yeah, Lisa Rainey, she's been a main teacher in my life, just figuring out what's going on, what happened to me, especially through the military, the MC, MIC, the SSP, the DARPA, the way my energy has been abused, misused, and violated, and all this torture, and like I said, the depravity, and electrocuting my mind, and just what's going on. So they have the negative ones, they have actually the silent weapons, the that's the directed energy weapons, psychotronic weapons, and they use it from that astral plane, especially to our star seeds and light workers, very powerful souls, right, who came here with a mission to liberate this planet, okay, and to bring this planet, humanity, to the next octave. Okay, very important to connect to our star family, galactic family. So yeah, but see, because I'm very experiential, and it's very multidimensional, multi-layered. So I kind of have to take it step by step, and just take only what resonates with you. So back in my country, when I was experiencing and reading books on esoterica and mystica and yoga practices, and Bhagavad Gita. And let me see, did I bring some books? The Alchemist, that was the first a book that I read in those metaphysical stores back there in Prague. Okay, I was enchanted with teachings like that. And of course I was also I don't have my Bhagavad Gita. Pretty much most of my books are gone on yoga Ayurveda. I had it in Colorado in storage, but it all gone, I guess, into auction, or it got trashed because I didn't have enough money to support all that. I've been kind of persecuted for quite some time, and so it's been difficult for me to be kind of in a good financial state, and of course I had to take care of my physical health. But anyway, Sri Shivananda, he's a great yoga teacher for me. I was reading his book, and the way he then interpreted Bhagavad Gita with his comments, it also helped me to analyze lots of things. But that was kind of happening before 2012. 2013, when I started learning and studying the sacred geometry, Nassim Haramein, right? He's the quantum physicist, and the flower of life and the sacred geometry, and the book of life. And so then I started getting into more like quantum physics and that sacred geometry, and of course sound healing. So it's like a conglomerate. It's like a compilation, everything that I went through and teachings and what I remember from the past, right, and from my past lives, and like what my soul, my spirit remembers. So anyway, so all the teachings and everything that I kind of grew up with, I was surrounding myself coming over to the United States, and then being with people like MD, and then the military, the MC. Then I experienced the opposite. I experiencing the black magic, the cult of skull and bones, and perverted teachings of Christos, of Christ, Commander Sananda, and of the Gnostic teachings and wisdom, and of the true ancient Kabbalah, and the Jewish ancient teachings, and even Lord's Prayer, right? Like in Aramaic, Abun de Bashmaya Nitka de Shamoch, Tete Ma Kutach, Nechwe Tzbiana, Aikana de Bashma Ahbar Ah. Havlan lach madesun kanan yaumana washpoklan haubain wachtahin ay kanadap kanan shwakan lahayabain wala taklan lanasuna elapatsan min bisha mitul delachem ma kutawahi labatashbukta la alam almin. Amen. So this is the original prayer in Aramaic from Yahshua, right? And then we know all these versions and subversions and lay with their layers in other languages, Latin, and here in English and the Bible. And there are still people believing there's a true teachings, but again, getting out of the matrix, being more enlightened, and decalcifying the pineal gland, feeling and knowing that the God is within you, the source is within you. You are the prana, you are the source, you're the chi, you're the ancient divine technology, resurrecting the Lemuria, the Atlantis, okay, the ancient Egypt, the golden ages. That's why we are now repeating the cycle. We're getting out of the Kali Yuga, the darkness, into Satya, right? The truth, into the ages now of the truth, of the unconditional love, and the thousand suns. Okay, so this is all coming online. So we are bringing, and the energies here from the higher octaves dimension, resurrecting those energies from Atlantis and Lemuria, and transmuting the energies of abuse and violation of the dark ones, the Babylonian, in whatever happened in Babylonia, the Nephilim, the negative Anunnaki, and the Balaya sons, and then the brotherhood or priesthood of the snake, of the inverted system, and the Metatronic reversals, and the black magic, and the Baphomet network, and all these demonic entities and horrible things happening in those astral planes, but also in churches, in military, in school, in family units, just name it, in corporations, right? The sexual misery program, the sexual abuse, the violence just goes on and on and on, especially on children. Now when the dam comes loose, right, with all the corpses of children coming online, and all these testimonies, you gotta be ready, you gotta be in your center, you gotta be in your heart, and transmuting the mind, saying positive affirmations at the same time, you acknowledging whatever happened, but culminating the light, transforming the negativity into positivity, so the quotient of your light is rising up, right? Is getting higher and higher, so you can withstand the pressure. You can see the darkness for what it is, and you're immediately able to transform it and transcend and just be above it. Okay. So this is, so everybody came here with a specific mission. We have a purpose here. There are some people, they're either resisting it, they have nothing to do with it, they are kind of procrastinating it, avoiding it, and these events, they'll be happening, or they're happening. Everything will come right there in front of their face, and how are we going to deal with it? With anger, with fear, with frustration, or with forgiveness, with divine mercy, with love, with patience, with invoking the violet flame, knowing those spiritual tools, and being humble and modest and surrendering to Christ's light. So this is then going to be your choice and your responsibility, because there is no more time for any excuse, there is no more time for any delay, there is no more time for any procrastination and resistance. And if you want to continue the negativity and stay in the negative zone and being connected to the black magic satanic grid, instead of detaching from all that, unplugging yourself from that false matrix, and through your heart you bring yourself up, your energy, and connect to that divine matrix of unconditional love, it's now going to be your choice. No more excuses for that, and really no time for crying over spilled milk, especially for those who's been knowing these things and studying those things for quite some time. The time is now to unite and to do the work, to come together, to honor our differences and work on our project, and manifest our mission, okay, our gifts and talents that we can share in this world. So again, creating the communities, we've been I've been practicing, or I've been surrounding myself with people who are interested in teachings that I offer. And so as beautiful souls, she provides, or beautiful souls, they provide their place and space where we can do some cooking, Ayurvedic massages, some healing, fire ceremonies, japa mantra meditation, invoking that violet flame, and healing the collective, right? Being in our hearts, being humble, and just acknowledging everything, seeing things for what they are, not trying to push it away or shove it under the carpet. It's not the time, okay? The time is just to see everything for what it is, and remembering that we are everything. I am that I am, and it is what it is. So this planet's been hijacked by those negative ones, all this infiltration and violation, right? The galactic wars happening, and here on this surface we had recently the World War II. Before that it was World War I, and we had all kinds of Holocaust and genocidal things happening all across the world, right? All across the world. And so it's time to heal all that, and that's why we came here. With very powerful souls, with a mission and determination to finally ascend and bring humanity and planet Earth to those higher octaves, to the next harmonic universe, number 2, right, where everything is about soul connection, consciousness expansion. So who am I? What is my mission? Again, you're welcome to go on my website, yanakalai.com. And it's been interesting ride back there in Europe. Like I said, studying the yoga philosophy. I've been very much connected to the rishis, sages of the Himalayan mountains, and good food, and yoga, Ayurveda, as I said, and esoterica, mystica, and so on. My background was a little bit in business, but that Eastern Europe, we're shifting from from communism into so-called capitalism, right? But again, coming over here with the suspended constitution, draconian measurements, you know, the satanic cabal, U.S. corporation, capitalism, I don't think I was inspired either. I was actually very lucky and happy wherever I grew up with that velvet revolution. There was hardly anybody injured during that revolution. There were students in the street and kind of saying, hey, we are free, we don't want this communism. That's how we overthrown the communism. And of course there were other higher forces out there, you know, and helping us with this liberation. But be honest with you, this superficiality, artificiality, and you know, all these very dark energies and all these corporations that I was kind of encountering when I came over here to United States, I was not impressed. I have to tell you that. So what I have to do, right, acknowledge those things and transform them. Okay, the change has to happen from within, right? So, you know, I am the change, right? Claiming the power back, you know, resurrecting all my energy, especially what happened with the U.S. military, the Marine Corps, okay? That I was kind of surrounded by that energy, the cult, the dark black magic, and so on. And recognize my soul siblings, my soulmates. They're worshiping Baphomet while their souls, they were initiated in the teachings of Yeshua and Maria Magdalena, you know, Mary Magdalene. So, this is going to be a lot of healing and lots of deprogramming, right? We have to rewire the subconscious mind from all this old programs, the conditioning, and the old habits, and the distorted, perverted teachings of those satanists, Luciferians, the pedophiles, the negative aliens with their negative alien agenda, right? The cabal, the deep corrupted state. So that's a heavy duty job. That's not going to be easy because it sits in so many people's aura, energy field, even the magnetic field, right? They're doing the weather modification, and then this agenda just to instigate fear. That's what it's all about. That's why we have to be very vigilant, very careful. Actually, I have another prayer. Let me do the prayer for those people who got the vaccine, who got vaccinated. Let me see. That's from Lisa Rainey. And so remember, there is always help. Even though some people awaken, they recognize whatever happened. Remember, there's this nanotechnology. If you, again, align with God's divine will, if you're in your heart, you know, you want to go back to God and so on, the highly advanced ETs, extraterrestrials, right, with their highly advanced technology, they can neutralize all that. But you have to then be on superfood or cleansing, clearing diet to get those nanobots out of your body, to detox, okay, and you know, embark on a path of spiritual journey of your soul, of healing and resurrection and transformation. So there is always a hope. Okay, it's not like now doom and gloom and I done this and it is finito bonito. No, it's not. Okay, so we have the prayer that's from Lisa Renee. Prayers for the vaccinated. Beloved Holy Presence of God, we intend to multiply our crystal prayers for those who are being injected with harmful materials and are being injected under the guise and deception of vaccination. We bring forward God's sovereign free blessings for our friends, family, blessings for certain regions and areas who are being bullied and forced to vaccinate. Whether this is psychological intimidation or emotional torturing, they are still being forced to inject harmful materials through intimidation and disinformation. We ask that our genuine heart-based crystal prayers be held for all people who do not yet see the truth behind this genocidal agenda being marketed as vaccinations. We pray with all of our heart that those humans who receive this injectable and the synthetic nanofibers and its harmful materials are protected in God's eternal love and light. In Mother's holy presence, we pray that the biochemical harnessed programs of the 666 and Beast Machine technologies be removed from this injection and all related AI devices and structures designed for harmful genetic modification and spreading of diseases in all dimensional realities fully, completely, and totally. We pray to ease the suffering in those who take this injectable and have injuries and health complications. May these beloveds find the healing, the spiritual resources, and guidance to become healthy and balanced while held in their true mother's arms. Beloved God, may those who take this harmful injection or witness these issues with this agenda find the moral courage, find the strength to speak up and join together with others in truth. We pray with all of our sacred crystal heart that this pestilence program and its spiritual bondage and slavery on this planet be fully eradicated, that all human beings can take back their sovereign rights as a beloved child of God. May perfect peace of God be with all truth tellers. May perfect peace of God be with all truth seekers. For it is the time of spiritual warfare where no other markers give us direction forward, only the power of our inner spiritual presence and dedication to serve God, that which directs us and guides us accordingly. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. Okay, so the inner work is the utmost importance, going deep within and just kind of dissolving the prayer within the hearts. There's the reconciliation going on, right? Reconciliation, forgiveness, the prayers, mantras, prayers, invocation of the violet flame, okay? Compassion, be compassionate with yourself, take that time for yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself. This is the time to spend time with your angels, okay? Spend time with your soul. Call upon your soul, blend with your soul, because we are here on a battlefield, right? This is a chess game. It is a game. Know yourself and be free, and then you know how to play your role accordingly, right? And now we see who is with the dark forces and who is with the light forces. The bifurcation, the gap between the dark ones and the light and the Christed ones, right? And Christed, it doesn't mean whether you're Buddhist or Hindu, Christian, Jewish, or whether you're Muslim, the crystala, this is our inheritance for this planet Earth. So anyway, this gap is widening and widening. You see who got captured in the matrix, so we send out prayers, right? Meditation. We pray for all, for the entire collective. But then if they already made the choice of their soul, then we have to honor that. We're not imposing our will upon them, right? No more control over others. No more manipulation, but surrendering to that Christ divine light. And that's how we then connect with God's divine will. Our will merges with God's divine will, and we're of service. And that's how we get empowered, we get healed, we get inspired, we are raising our frequency vibration, right? Invoking the violet flame, transformation, transmutation, transcendence. We're ascending. We're going to the next octave, harmonic universe number 2, where everything is about soul connection, consciousness expansion. So let's go back to also the Raja Yoga Illumination. I know I go from topic to another topic. So I have this love for yoga. As I said, this is the ancient discipline that comes from India. It means union of body, mind, and soul. And it is the path that leads to enlightenment and self-realization. It teaches how to become whole and perfect, how to become conscious and aware. Life is a journey, and through practicing yoga, one can be sure she or he is on the right path to enlightenment, illumination of the body, mind, and soul. Please lead us from darkness into light. Lead us from from unreality to reality. Lead us from mortality into eternal life. Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritangamaya. That was in Sanskrit. Let's go to Raja Yoga, the science of the mind. Its philosophy is believe nothing until you find it out for yourself. It is contemplative yoga. It is contemplative yoga. It requires steady practice. It teaches how to turn inward and realize the true nature of the higher self. It stresses the importance of observation of the mind that leads to the discovery of the innermost secrets of the inner self, Christ itself. It is based upon our inward desire to know the truth. The Ascended Master Yeshua said, only the truth will set you free. Raja Yoga teaches that knowledge is power, and all knowledge is based on direct experience. And it is this inner knowing that will liberate us from darkness and all the illusion. Okay, so that's kind of my answer for the mission, my specific mission, assignment, the liberation, illumination of the mind, transformation, right? We're transforming the negative energies or the energies of abuse and violence into and torture into the energies of Christos, Sophia consciousness, the energies of love and light, the truth. And we're bringing the soul virtues here online, okay? Transparency, integrity, honesty, sincerity, oneness, unity, balance, right? We're one people, one planet, one race. Christos, Sophia consciousness. There's this beautiful universal prayer from Swami Shivananda. Honorable Lord of Mercy and Love, salutations and prostrations unto Thee. Thou art Satchitananda. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. Thou art indwell of all beings. Grant us an understanding heart, equal vision, balanced mind, faith, devotion, wisdom. Grant us inner spiritual strength to resist temptations and to control the mind. Free us from egoism, lust, greed, hatred, anger, and jealousy. Fill our hearts with divine virtues. Let us behold Thee in all these names and forms. Let us serve Thee in all these names and forms. Let us ever remember Thee. Let us ever sing Thy glories. Let Thy name be ever on our lips. Let us abide in Thee forever. So that was the universal prayer from Sri Shivananda. And why am I mentioning him? Swami Shivananda. Okay. Well, first of all, he and Mother Mary has the same birthday, but also because Raja Yoga, the main representative, Raja Yoga, Swami Vivekananda, who was a disciple of and student of Sri Shivananda. And so I've been reading some of the books, Raja Yoga, Bhagavad Gita, but unfortunately those books are gone. I couldn't pay the storage, so I just kind of take what I just kind of work with whatever is whatever is left, okay, in my belongings, and that's okay. Part of it was to surrender, let go, let God. I can't afford it, and sometimes I had to even sleep in my car, and there were some friends helping me because it's been quite an interesting journey. Okay, so transforming the darkness into light. I created a project for the military back in August 2009, and here we go, August 2021. And so now I'm very blessed because I've been able to transmute the darkness, whatever the projection from the astral plane, right? They're extremely intelligent AI quantum computers, and the dark ones are doing everything. They can override the energy, soul energy of the Pleiadians, the Icturians, I mean, those true star beings, but time is up, right? The Galactic Codex, Divine Law, Divine Justice, the Cosmic Law of One. Please study that material. Lisa Rainey, she's the best energetic synthesis. That's her website. And we are rolling it, right? We are doing it, This is now our time, The new Ascension timeline is here. We are entering the new Golden Age, the Aquarian Age. We are resurrecting the energies of Lemuria. I mean, those who remember the Pleiadian or Lyran priestesses, and this beautiful chanting and mantras and sound healing and the Lemurian healing chambers. So we're bringing that energy online with light cities, like we had the Crystal City already in Sedona, Arizona, right? We had the floating cities back there in ancient Atlantis, and of course Lemuria as well. So we are resurrecting the energies of the Divine Mother, Holy Mother, and the energies of a Divine Father, Holy Father, together, the energies of divine love, unconditional love, and the energies of divine will, in the book of law, the law of one, right? We're bringing it all together, 0 point balance in that crystalline heart of unconditional love, connecting to the new matrix. Okay, the beautiful crystalline grid, and ascending. We're transcending. We are above the matrix, and now we are joining and creating those beautiful communities and helping our brothers and sisters who are going through all kinds of difficulties. So that's why we are here, and that's my mission. I'm working on the project, so those who feel interested, please join me, or you're welcome to connect with me through my website yanakalai.com or through my email kaliana82@gmail.com. Here where I am, we are forming small communities, just starting, day by day, step by step. We do whatever we can, because most of us also have to work, we have to pay our bills. Okay, the other thing why my videos sometimes maybe can get postponed, because I have to go to my beloved sister, to her place. Right now I don't have my Wi-Fi here. I mean, my internet is working, but then I have to again pay more money to those to cell phones carriers, right? And I'm just kind of hesitant, because we should have free energy, free internet, right? Just with this beautiful crystalline disc inserted, and Tesla powers, Tesla domes, right? We're resurrecting his teachings and his work that has been hijacked by the dark ones, the dark shadow government. Okay, we are bringing that technology and all the teachings back online from the Pleiadians and our beautiful ET extraterrestrials. He came from Venus, right? We're resurrecting here the energies of Venus on this planet as well, because the time is now. So let me see, what are the other questions. As a child, did you feel different from others? Always. I always felt different. So I love the song from the Irish singer. Oh my God, just the name just came out of it. I feel so different. Let me see if I come. Yeah, I always felt different. Nothing compares to you. What was her name? Irish singer. She shaved her head. She's such a beautiful singer. So yeah, and I was just wondering, how come those people in my DNA family, they don't do telepathy? You guys, you don't read my thoughts. I am sending you these messages. I'm giving you energy for precise information. And then I saw how the human mind is misinterpreting everything, and how is everything like judging and distorting the messages and the light symbols that I was putting out there. The family where I grew up, and I was telling them back there, early teenage years, guys, these are your thoughts. How you think about me, it's you. It's nothing to do with me. And they were, cussing and cursing and judging and, gossiping and saying all these horrible things about me. But I'm the light shining bright. Yeah, I downloaded the karma into my DNA, and it was part of that soul contract. Just kind of dissolve the karma in certain families and heal the lineage, and that's again part of my mission. That's why I'm here doing all that. And also the lineage in the military, right? They're targeting highly evolved souls, powerful souls, with that Christos, Sophia, Christos, Michael lineage with the blue flame, and also with Anunnaki, those true pure royal Anunnaki. They all been hijacked. Okay, and the downward spiral, the teachings, the Gnostic teachings, and the teachings of Christ and Yeshua, all distorted, perverted, right, into that satanic cabal, sex magic, and satanic rape and rituals. So again, we have to now differentiate and be responsible. What are we resonating with? What are we putting out there? If we don't like something, there's a trigger. Go into your heart space and transform that. Okay, so there are spiritual tools everywhere now, and so many beautiful light workers with their beautiful videos, putting out there for free, you know. So we're of service with a humanitarian project. We're helping with the Ascension, everybody who is ready and who is open to what we have to offer. So definitely always felt different, misunderstood, not understood, or understood, however you want to say it. It's just like shining the light. Don't you see I'm special? And attacks, being attacked constantly. All my life I was pretty much attacked and put down and judged, right? And was taught what I was not. So again, through the violet flame, right? Thank you, Saint Germain. I'm connecting to the solar rishis, sages of the Himalayan mountains. Thank you, Satya Sai Baba, Solar Christ, right? For resurrecting the energies of the Essenes, right? Of the Christ of your consciousness, so we can transform the energies of the Cabal, the Satanists, and the Luciferians, right? And bringing everything to the light, because only the truth will set you free, right? And now we are thankful and faithful to the Christ light that is within us, around us, and with the connection to the Christed grit, we are the presence of God, or we carry that presence of God with those fire letters and those new DNAs, and you know, this new sacred geometry, because we are that I am that I am. We are that sacred sound, the primordial sound. We have the energies of the true divine mother, the dark matter, right? The particles and the antiparticles, and resurrecting the darkness that has been perverted, you know, into that natural cycles of life, into that natural darkness where, you know, the humans had a chance to experience duality while expanding their consciousness. So there is nothing wrong with some of that darkness, but the way the negative aliens, right, the way they rig that polarity and the negative system and all these extremes, they just made it to the extreme without any measurements, without any description. That's why their time is up. Galactic Codex, please study that on my website yanakalai.com. Okay. So the 0 point, very important to go to that shunya energy, 0 point energy, and how you neutralize it. Does everyone have to go through that 0 point to attain moksha, liberation, nirvana, salvation? Again, is your choice. But if you want to be free, if you want to understand who you truly are, your divine nature, that's a preferred way. You know, we are offering you going to that 0 point balance, the divine neutrality, mastering your energies, mastering the divine feminine energies, mastering the divine masculine energies, integrating them as one, right? That 0 point balance, while transforming all that negativity and the infiltration that has been happening in our solar system, and especially the Gemini, right? That's a sign of duality that's been also hijacked and has been perverted and diverted and digressed and hooked to that Nazi Neuralink and to that Metatronic reversals, the Nephilim grid. Okay, so Nephilim reversal grid. So, you know, invoking that violet flame, doing meditation, going deep within, connecting to Mother Nature, connecting to the crystal core of Mother Earth, right? Going to your heart, or Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, invoking Ganesh, or invoking Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya, chanting mantras. Again, how we exit the matrix, how we go into that zero neutrality. Check my website, yanakalai.com. So there are themes on how to do so. Cleansing our aura, our energy field, right? Very important. I talk about it. That's what was part of my project for the military. Again, there's the goddess of compassion, Kuan Yin, right? And this is what I've been kind of offering. I mean, my services to cleanse your aura, energy field. I've been doing some chakra cleansing, clearing in my group to my co-workers, and you know, the rewiring the subconscious mind and doing the head massages with organic hot or warm sesame oil, right? Reprogramming the subconscious mind from all this old programming, conditioning, and connecting people back to God, to source, bring their soul online, right? The chakra alignment, very important. Align with God's divine will, God's divine law. Be in your heart, unconditional love. That's your sacred heart. Father, Mother, God, right? So we have here Mother Mary, right? That's your higher chakra, A chakra. So what is the ninth chakra? Medulla oblongata. Okay, so that's where the super soldiers get the chip, right? The nanobots, the nanotechnology, plus CCP, you know, China, they get this thing also with the nanobots. And here I have information, medulla oblongata. You can go Ascension glossary with Lisa Rainey. And what is referred to, right? It is at the base of the skull and is referred as the mouth of God. And that's why the cabal and the negative ones, they know many of these things. They know our nervous system, and they know what the medulla oblongata is for, right? It's at the base of the brainstem that acts as an energy receiver of cosmic energy. So when we are cut off from that, guess what? We are then the robots, and that's part of the depopulation agenda, right? Transhumanism. So very important to bring to your mind the life force energy coming into the medulla oblongata and being directed to your body parts. When feeling unwell, imagine the cosmic consciousness streaming into the back of your head and projecting itself throughout your body parts and areas that feel blocked or unwell. This helps to develop one's skill at directing life force energy within the self and the environment. Self-mastery, self-realization. So knowledge is power, Raja Yoga, mind illumination, Ayurvedic massages, Ayurvedic cooking. So this is what I am bringing online with my teachings, okay? And with my project, 5D project, creating 5D communities with ETs, with free energy, resurrecting the Tesla technology back there to 120 years ago, okay? So yeah, so that's just kind of, that's my answer to that question. Whatever medicine, well, here what I am learning is that we work not only with the physical body, right, but also we have the emotional, the astral body, and that's where the cabal or the negative aliens, right, the fallen ones, the fallen archangels, I mean the dark ones, the Dracos and the reptilians and the really dark Anunnaki, that's what I'm working with. That's why you know, they make us you know, they inflict so much pain and suffering on the emotional body from that astral plane. So that's also on that soul level, right? They disconnect us from soul, from our heart. So some people, they're desensitized, you know, also cutting off, or some of people, they're disconnected from that vagus nervous system, the cranial nerves, right? So they become, and that's what I experienced in the military, right? And also with the super soldiers, they do all kinds of operations, astral surgeries in the astral plane. So when they need to make assassin out of you, I know how they do it because it was done to me. So we have so the physical, the emotional, right, the astral. Then we have the mental body, and that's what I work with. And that's why the MK Ultra and they were electrocuting me, you know, my brain and so on. I mean, they did it on a certain level on that low astral plane, but because of my highly evolved energy bodies, you know, my causal body, my oversoul, my beloved mighty I am presence, my Buddhic body, my Atma body, right? The ETs were able to again reconnect those parts together, bring it online here in this physical plane, resurrecting it, right? Ascension, just what happened with Yeshua. They were beating him up, okay, but he was already ascended, right? And the spacecrafts, you know, he was on and off there in a stasis, in those hyperspaces, in those holograms, right? So this is nothing new under the sun. That's what we're talking about, the AI and you know, the dark forces, light forces, and ETs and extraterrestrials. I mean, that's who we are. We're the Lyrans, we're the Syrians, we're the Pleiadians, we're the Arcturians, we are the Andromedans. Okay, so this is who we are. Okay, the body, it is like a bioquantum multidimensional computer. It's a spaceship. Okay, so time to resurrect all that. So I work with the mental state, the mental mind, the higher mind, the sacred mind that connects you to the mind of God. And then of course we have the spiritual bodies, you know, the atmic body, the Buddha body. Okay, the Atma, soul, the Purusha, you can say Purusha Brahma, right? So soul, the energy, that's the some of them called the adamantine particle or the one particle. I mean, everything has its blueprint, and it consists all the consciousness of all that is. I am that I am, and through that sacred geometry, and through the light, and through the frequency vibration, we have the chance to experience it here through these bodies, right? That's the hologram or creation of the mind, and with those very highly evolved ancient races, like working on the human race, the angelic human race, with crystalline heart, with 12D strands of DNA, triple helix, not double helix, triple helix, and even the multidimensional helix, the 144 encodements in our DNA, right? The eternity, we're eternal light, source, force, energy. We are everything. We are the power. Very important to claim the power back. And so what is necessary in such holistic treatment in the present world? What is necessary? Just resurrecting the light that is within people's soul, bringing them back into their heart center, cleansing, purifying the energy field through the chakra centers, doing the, Shirodhara or Abhyanga, also Abhyanga, right? So self-massage and so on. So holistic treatment, Ayurveda treatment, I find them incredible, very powerful and healing. Detox, Epsom salt, right? Or you can jump into the ocean or go to the mountains, take a deep breath there, fresh air. You need an environment that with those negative ions that rebalances the aura, the energy field that has been so hijacked and programmed through the 5G and through those computers and cell phones and so on. So we need to be in nature while doing holistic Ayurvedic massages under the pyramids, right? With sacred geometry or crystal stones on the top, like the Sedona. That's where I experience incredible shamanic healing, having the altar and seeing the light outside within us, like the light represents us, who we really are. We are the light of the world, resurrecting the teachings of Yeshua, of the ascended masters, and also bringing online the yoga philosophy of those beautiful sages and rishis of the Himalayan mountains. The guru, actually the word means, is a teacher, somebody who brings you from the darkness into the light. Okay, so we are resurrecting the true teachings of the ancient ones. Whether the blue starborn, whether the Lemurians, from the Atlantis, from the Lyrans, from the star Sirius. Okay, so the true teachings with the true original sacred geometry, the true originals yantra mantras coming online. So this is also part of my mission, and that's what I feel is now effective, or bring it online in those holistic treatments and teachings of yoga. So that's why it's also very important to see the dark for what it is and study the negative agenda. Look what they did to our bioneurology, look what they did to our DNA, and how we're going to resurrect those energies, how we're going to bring everything back online. Okay, the answers are within you. So doing the inner work. So now I would say the the energy healers, there's a huge big responsibility. We have to do lots of inner work and lots of cleansing and purification on ourselves in our energy field. So whatever is being then transformed or transferred to our clients is of pure light. Okay, so what is your vision for my future healthcare systems? I'm extremely futuristic. I just see you know, these the tachyon chambers, the tachyon Pleiadian technology that heals our aura energy field, that sound bath healing that's been practicing upstate New York. I know Kingston, New York, where also I was in ashram, Ananda ashram in Monroe, New York. To me, that was the best way of healing, through sound, frequency, vibration, crystal balls, right? Chanting. They take that crystal ball, kind of, they're hovering it above your energy centers, just kind of rebalancing, and then I experienced all the release, and you know, everything that I went through, my suppressed emotions, feelings, and words I couldn't really express, and all these horrible things, satanic things that happened to me, especially here in the military, and also the way I grew up. All these, also the black magic started there, and you know, witchcrafting, and I was suppressed, oppressed, and I was the dark one, and the black sheep, and the doormat for everybody. No, thank you. Okay, everybody's not responsible, and doing the inner work and remembering, you know, who we truly are. So that's what I think is going to be very essential. And of course, playing solfeggio tones, healing music. Where's my CD? I had the CD, Whole Tones. Michael Tarl, I think he's a musician, plays the guitar, electric guitar. That's what happened in Florida. I think his mom was sick, had cancer, and he started playing those healing music, 432 hertz, and his mom started getting better and better, right? So remember, we are sound, we are frequency, we are sacred geometry. So that's going to be the new healthcare system. I mean, you know, those who are on the Ascension timeline and who are into that path of enlightenment. So we are resurrecting the ancient healing technologies that's been here for eons. Okay, so it's nothing new under the sun. Just remembering who we truly are, our true divine nature. So what does it take to be conscious? Breath. Just be conscious of your breath. Be conscious of your breathing. Be conscious of your being. So be conscious of your breath as long as you start being conscious of your breathe, of your being. And when you start being conscious of your being, every step you take, every breath you take is divine. You have this deep connection to God, to source, this reverence, this devotion, to dedication to what is. And the remembrance, you know, is coming online. And yet the awakening can be very painful and frustrating, especially for those who've been in the matrix for quite some time, for very long, and really oppressed in a brutal way. So that's why we are creating the communities and healing centers for them, so they can have it have it easier. You know, it's no more tough on them. It's like a shortcut. I want to present my teachings and videos and communities and healing centers, so it's a shortcut for those who really need my help, part of my soul group, my soul family, monadic family, right? And so on, because it's been arduous path, and it took quite some time. It cost me a lots of money, hundreds and thousands of dollars. Okay, and because I am that I am, that I'm everything. So divine justice, and I am resurrecting all the energies, and you know, everything that was taken from me, I am claiming it all back. Okay, on all levels, whether physical, you know, emotional, mental, financial, economical, name it. Okay, so, and we're creating those sacred spaces, communities aligned with God's divine law, divine will, through the Galactic Codex. We're making everything happen, because those negative aliens with their exotic weapons, misusing the scalar weaponry, you know, that needs to be stopped. But of course, the fight is, you know, going on. We're in the middle of the spiritual war, but also on the surface as well. We got to be vigilant. We got to be in our center. We have to do our best. We have to pray and meditate and unite. So what is the the difference between reality and dream? Well, it's so multidimensional, and it's just very difficult to differentiate it. What is dream? What is reality? I think it's both. It's consciousness, energy. What is the true nature of your reality? To me, is multidimensional. We still have to go to sleep, because the way our spirit been subdued, and of course we have some of us have good dreams, bad dreams, or lucid dreaming, astral travels. It's part of our spiritual makeup, part of our light body. We're activating a light body, crystalline light body, plasma light body. The ascension codes coming online through the gamma rays, the cosmic energies. Okay, that's why those portals are opening, like the recent ones, the Lionsgate portal, the Sirius B Ascension timelines, or the help from the Sirius B is here, and the Pleiadians, of course, they're here. They're helping us with the disclosure and healing. So the nature of reality, to know yourself as you truly are. You're one with God, with Source. You're children of God, and what you're experiencing here in this physical plane, it's part of your growth, of evolution, of discernment, right? Even reading, translating your dreams, whatever is stored in your subconscious, unconscious mind, it's part of your matrix, while breaking through the false matrix and connecting to the divine matrix. So this is very blended kind of question as my blended answer, because we all have to do our inner work, divine work. We have to differentiate, well, reality and dream. Me towards being very practical, like reality to me be functional, but when I go into my spirit, I am dreaming like crazy. I love to dream my dreams. I connect to God, to Source, and allow my creativity, that Leo moon that I am, just to kind of expand and just go on and on and on. So life and dream and reality be in your center, and everything is going to be discerned or shown to you through the downloads of your soul, of your spirit, right? And being in the divine neutrality, you'll be able to discern. So lots of spiritual work. So I want to again create the communities, right? The spiritual discipline, soul communities, that it will be shown to you. But in that place, there is silence. There's this peace that passes all understanding. And for that, there is only like home. My beloveds, time is sticking here. I need to end, but I will continue next time. Many blessings and namaste. Take care. Bye-bye.